Hello YouTube, I'm back in again with another video. It's been a while since I've been doing dual videos because I want to focus on my other content, since those are the ones that are helping me inspire a lot of viewers, helping you catch your attention. So I'm going to try something else, something different to make things more interesting. As I'm going to be doing with my Eldlich deck, it is 60 cards. I am up against Dark Magicians. And usually in Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know if I said this before, but I usually play 40 cards. But the reason why I'm playing this variant with 60 cards is because I'm trying to give my deck more offense. As you look at Eldlich, they don't rely too much on monsters, and I feel like it's so heavily reliant on the golden Lord. I feel like it puts you at a disadvantage if you don't have any alternate options where you can go into other boss monsters. And if you look at this hand right now, you can already tell this is a really strong hand. And from here on out, my opponent's going first. So I do want to indulge you with this video so you can actually learn something in what this deck is capable of, because I have so much like options right now with the hand I have now, even though I have some that are bricks. But it makes it so that because their effects are really generic to the point where you can synergize them with different cards. So he's going off with Souls and sending Chronicle Magician from his deck to grave. So I'm waiting for him to draw a card or something, or most likely he's gonna. If I recall, he's gonna play Ready Fusion. He pays the 1,000 life points. He's gonna go into Sandwich for a Link 2. So his deck isn't really meta, just simply Dark Magician. Like, cause it's nowhere even near tier 1 or 0, so not too much worry. It should be an interesting duel, but to be fair, my deck is in itself around tier 1, simply because I'm playing Kashtira and Bystials. For those who aren't aware how good they are, if you were to see them in a duel, you put them in almost any deck, and they're capable of doing a lot. Not every deck, but a lot of decks. So he's going to go into his Spellbook Magician of Prophecy to search for a Spellbook spell. Let's fast forward here. And hopefully I can be able to edit my thumbnails. I have been having issues lately on YouTube. Not because I'm incapable of making thumbnails, but YouTube has been blocking me. So not that I can never do it, I just have to wait until they are sure that I can upload thumbnails. Until they get the issue sorted out. As of now, I have to be patient and wait. But either way, I'm still going to entertain you with this duel. So, and then from here on out, he's going to set Imperm. I'm waiting for another set card. Most likely he has no choice, so it's my turn. Main phase 1. Use Fenrir's effect. Search. He chains with the Imperm to negate, which will allow me to special summon Sorcerer because I control a monster whose effects are negated on the field. And then I'll use Soul's effect, sending Iris Soul from my deck to grave. And then I use Soul's effect to ditch Conquistador to draw 1 card. I draw into Droplet. Let's fast forward to go into my battle phase. I'm waiting on what he has next for me, so I won't be able to kill him this turn, so alright, he's good with the attack. 2,500. And now from here on, I'm going to set 1 and pass. Then use Conquistador's effect to banish it from the grave. And I get to send 1 as elixir from my deck to the field. And then end my turn. It's my opponent's turn. He emits defeat. There's going to be a round 2 at this point. You're going to wait for this. It just seemed too quick. I do want to make you guys curious as to what's going to happen in the next duel. Odds are like it can go both ways, but looking at how I did in the first duel, this deck is definitely very viable because, as you see, just a lot of generic cards that can compete with the meta. And explain why I'm playing 60 cards. Can also be able to like counter certain cards. On top of that, being generic, as 40 cards does not guarantee that your deck is going to be the best, just to let you guys know. It's more about resource. That's what my deck is about. Having more resources, having to see a bunch of cards that you have access to, and the fact that they have ways of countering my opponent. Like I can use more than just one card. It's in itself. I have more than just one card that can help me. Regardless, depending on the situation, there's more than one card that can do that for me. Whether it's Imperm, Droplet, there are cards out there besides a few others that can help me in just one situation. There are several that can do, depending how it turns out for me or what the kind of board my opponent's playing. For example, I'm not maining Dark Ruler. If I were to main 3 Droplet, 3 Dark Ruler, that means I always have outs of their main board. That's just an example, but I'm saying if I have two different cards, two or more different cards that do this pretty much the same thing, that can counter cards that are already on the field that my opponent currently controls, then the odds of me bricking are less likely. So it's still my opponent's turn. He decides to go first either way, but it's most likely going to be a quick duel, considering how strong my hand already is and what I can pretty much summon. Now I could banish his Dark Magician, but I'm only waiting for the right opportunity to do so. For example, if you were to change to special summon Dark Magician, if you were to use a spell or trap or a monster effect to special summon Dark Magician, I'll change Juice to banish it, and then he's going to go Apprentice Illusion Magician to get his search, to go for another Dark Magician. I'm still waiting on the Eternal Souls because that would definitely make a huge difference to be real with you guys, because he can constantly summon Dark Magician every single turn, once per turn. So he's going to go into a Link 2 for Wee Witch's Apprentice. It's been years since I actually seen this card. Maybe it can benefit Dark Magician in a way, making him a 3k beat stick. But at the same time, I feel like I can understand why he's playing it, so he can at least retrieve one of his dark monsters from his grave to hand in order to make use of his effects. And now I could have managed to draw 2 cards. I definitely, but then he imperms me. But I'll let him know I have Iris Soul in my hand. He's definitely going to go for the Dark Illusion. That's fine. Alright, that's cool. Like I said, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Considering this deck is 60 cards, it's just capable of doing so much. So even if he does banish, but here I had a response. This is what I was waiting for. This is why I didn't activate Jerusalem last turn. I'll chain to his Dark Magician. So before he summons it, I have a response with Jerusalem to banish. Since he controls a monster, I have the right to do so. And I appreciate that he respected the call. It was definitely legal, so. And I do have a response thinking what I can do for my graveyard. But they won't even activate till during the end phase, so. Since I didn't activate their effects yet, so. I will be able to banish them after. So let's fast forward here. I'm going to go into a Link 2 for Dark, and then use Jerusalem's effect to get rid of his illusion. And then I'm going to special summon using Dark's effect, his Dark Illusion from his grave to field. And attack over it. Let's fast forward here. I'll let him respond with a Wee Witch's effect from grave. So he retrieves a monster from his grave to hand, which I can assume is the Apprentice Illusion Magician. Possibly Souls, who knows? Those are the best cards that can pretty much inherently special summon themselves. Yep, so I predicted otherwise. And I'm still going to continue with my Battle Phase of Dark and deal him 1850. Main Phase 2, Set 1. And my mistake, I misclick. I activate the effects of my Conquistador, Golden Land, and Sanguine. They both resolve in graves. So I managed to use 2 of their effects at the same time during the end phase, allowing me to set 2 cards, either that has Eldlich and that has Golden Land in its name, based on the text that's written in the traps, as I can confirm with you guys how they work. And my opponent draws. Let's fast forward here. He searches a spell book, goes into spell book of knowledge, special summon souls. Hi, Mom. Hope you guys enjoyed the duel.